The gradient tool in Photoshop just got a crazy new upgrade, making it better than ever. Hey there, welcome to PHLEARN. My name is Aaron Nace. You can find me on PHLEARN.com where we make learning fun. We're gonna have so much fun with this. In today's video, we're going over 3 different images and showing you the various uses of the gradient tool, such as adding effects to your backgrounds, enhancing the lighting of your photos, and even adding gradients to an illustration. We got a great tutorial for you. Let's jump into Photoshop. So we're starting off with our first image here. We've got a party animal. The first thing I want to do, we're going to zoom out. I just want to use my crop tool. So I'm going to hit C for the crop tool. Let's just go ahead and clear all this stuff. There we go. And what I want to do is extend my background because it's a vertical image, but really I don't need it to be vertical. We're just going to push this here and then I want to extend it. I'm going to hold Alt or Option and extend this to the left and to the right. Now, as you can see, I don't have any information here on my sides of this image, but we're going to hit this button right up here at the top that says Content Aware. Right up here, you can see it says Content Aware. And then when we check that, we're going to go ahead and hit Enter on our keyboard. And then it's going to expand this and fill at the same time. You can see it's going to be filling. There we go. Super, super cool feature that's been in Photoshop for a while. Now, the next thing I want to do is go ahead and select our subject. This is easier than ever as well. We're just going to go up to select and then down here to subject. Select subject. This uses artificial intelligence to select our subject. Pretty cool. Now, the next thing I want to do, I'm going to just inverse my selection. So we're going to go to select and I'm going to go down here to inverse. So when I invert my selection, now it's basically selecting the entire background, as you can kind of see there. Okay, now it's time to use our new gradient tool. Super excited. So G for the gradient tool, it's like the same exact gradient tool that we've been using forever, but it's better than ever. Now up here, you do have the option here, the gradient, or you can choose the classic gradient. So if you prefer the gradient tool, how it worked in the past, it's available to you. But let's go ahead and check out the gradient tool. Now, it's basically like all the same features. You choose the gradient you want. I'm going to just go with, we're going to go with like a nice blue and click on something like that. That's going to look pretty good. I can change these colors at any time, so don't worry about that. We have our linear, radial, we have an angled, a reflected, and a diamond gradient. We're going to go with our radial gradient. This is a really nice tool I like to use to bring some attention to our subject. So let's go ahead and see our brand new features. We're going to click here in the middle and then drag out to the edges of our image. And this is what's new. All of these handles you can see are brand new in the gradient tool. So this middle handle is going to affect how far the gradient pushes out towards the edge. There we go. I can choose my colors here. I can simply hover over this color and click on it. There we go. We're going to double click. And then let's say I wanted to change my color and hit OK. Boom. Now we've got a new gradient coming from the center to the outside. We're going to click over here on the edge, just double click right there, and we can choose our color. Maybe you want it to be something like, I don't know, this blue or purple or pink or whatever. Something like that looks pretty good. Now at this point, I think this is looking pretty good. I do want to go ahead and add to this gradient a little bit. And to be honest, I want this, let's make this invisible. 1 second on our layers. I want this original background color because I kind of like it. So I don't necessarily want it to just go from this color to that color. So how do I make it transparent at the outside? Well, if I just double click right here, it's going to bring up my color picker, which is cool. You can pick any color you want and I can make this invisible and use the eyedropper on the background, but I don't see any transparency here. So it's okay, where is my transparent? I just want it to be this color to transparent. Well, when you create a new gradient with a gradient editor, it actually creates a gradient fill layer. Look at this. I can turn this layer off and on at any time. And then right here, I can just double click, boom, and I've got my gradient fill. So from this, I can open up this. We're just going to click right there and we have our gradient editor. This has been in Photoshop for a long, long time. This gradient editor, I can add more gradient points along this panel here. There we go. You can just kind of see our image. And I can also click on this. So we're just going to click on this. And we can see our color. You can just go ahead and choose foreground, background, use a color. You can click on here and choose a new color if you want to. But this little guy right up here at the top, boom, that's your opacity. So I'm just going to bring that down to 0. So it's going to bring basically this purple color to opaque. And let's go ahead and hit OK. We're going to hit OK again. Now I can continue to add to this. If I just go anywhere along my gradient slider, I'm going to just click right there, boom, and it's going to add a new color. So I can double click on this color. And I could, let's say we're going to add a nice bright green, something like that. I can add that in there and I can kind of like push and pull that around. If I want to remove it, I can just click and drag it straight down and it'll remove that gradient from my selection. And of course I can just double click on that and choose to add a new, more vibrant color if I want to. So the gradient editor is just way more powerful than ever. Now let's say I want to double click on this. I want to use my eyedropper tool. So I've got my color picker up. I'm just going to bring my cursor right over here and I'm going to eyedropper tool to the actual hair color of my subject. And then we're just going to make it like a little bit brighter and a little bit lighter. There we go. So we're using some color within the image to define this gradient. And as you can see, I've got full control. Now, the cool thing about this, let's go ahead and zoom in, is I can change this at any point. If I want this to be a linear gradient, boom, just click on the linear gradient and it's going to update my entire image. So you don't have to choose exactly the gradient that you want from the beginning. Really, most of the time you're going to be using a linear or a radial gradient, but if you want to cycle through them, you can do that without losing any of your settings. So here we go, we can see now, because this is a gradient fill layer, remember early in this image, I went ahead and selected my subject and then I inverse the selection. So automatically I have a layer mask here. I can hold shift and click on this layer mask, which will enable or disable it. But with that layer mask intact, basically it's going to show up effectively behind my subject. So this is super cool. Now, if we save this out as a PSD file, we can come back to this at any time. So you could save this out, close it, open it up, click on here, and then adjust your gradient as you wanted to. So let's go ahead. We're going to move this out. I'm just going to take this point. We're going to move it even further out, and then I can kind of adjust the mid. Here we go. I wanted to kind of start right behind my subject and kind of adjust how far it goes out. There we go. Something like that looks pretty good. All right, so we're just going to click on there and boom, she's excited. New gradient tool. Yeah. Let's go ahead and show you another example of enhancing the lighting of a photo. So now it's time for our next image. We're going to be enhancing the lighting of this by adding a linear gradient, basically making it look like light is coming through our windows. So for this one, we're going to start off in a similar way. We're going to go up to select, and then we're going to go down to select subject. Okay. And hopefully, yep, it found this is our primary subject. They are selected. So in the last video, I just inversed the selection and then we loaded that as a layer mask. So that's one way you can use this gradient tool. Another way you can do this is exactly like this. So we've got our subject selected. Now with this background, I'm going to duplicate the background. Boom. So we have our background and a background copy now. And then I'm going to just click a layer mask on that. So with our background, there we go. We've got the entire image. Now this is just basically going to be subject. So I can click here and like move the subject around. You can see what a great job Select Subject does. They work on improving this all the time. So Select Subject has done a fantastic job. And now with the gradient, I'm just going to make that gradient behind that new subject and it's going to show up behind my subject. So let's click on our background. We're going to hit G for that gradient tool. Okay. And then here my gradient again, like you can go through your basics. Let's just go, this is our foreground to transparent. So if we know we want a foreground color to the transparent, you can just click on that. I'm going to click here on my foreground color. I'm just going to choose like a light color here, something like that. And then we're going to use our linear gradient. So let's click and drag out there. Boom. And there we can kind of see it's just bringing my foreground color to this transparent color. And here my layer dialog, you can see it's behind my actual subject. Okay. Now it doesn't look that great now because we have like a regular blend mode on it. So we're just going to go to our blend mode here where it says normal. We're going to change this to screen. There we go. And we can see now it looks like light is coming through the windows. So we're going to zoom out a little bit. And this is just so nice and intuitive. I can move where this actually comes from. So, you know, if you want more of an effect, obviously that's way too much, but you can bring it more of an effect, less of an effect, and you can kind of control this gradient really nice and easily as it comes in your image. Because it can be kind of hard to know like exactly where you want this gradient to be. But like when I'm able to move this, like now we have a really nice kind of like beautiful light effect coming through the windows behind our subject. And then like, let's take you through the image. So super easy setup here. We started off with our background. Yep. And then we made it select subject, and then we cut our subject out, and then we put a gradient behind our subject. So let's say we remove this. Now you can see our subject is in front of the gradient. So with our layers, we have this is back, middle, and foreground. So again, I can move my subject here, but basically the whole idea was to create this lighting effect behind my subject, which helps her stand out in front of the camera. And of course, at any time if I want, let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit. I can click on this gradient fill layer. If I hit G for my gradient tool, like if you're on your move tool, it's just going to move it like a regular layer. But if you click on this and hit G for your gradient, then you can come in and add more effects. And of course, along here, if I wanted to, I could hit plus, and then I could go my color. Let's say we wanted to make it even brighter. I could do that and then kind of decide how far or close this actually comes in. I'm not seeing a whole big difference here, honestly, because it's really close to my original color, so I don't need it. Just click and drag off of there, and we are good to go. Really cool, nice, easy way to add lighting effects to your photos. So now we're jumping into our last example. We're going to be using the gradient tool to add interest to an illustration. So the first thing we're going to do, no select subject in that. That's not what we want to start with. We're going to go to select, and I'm going to go down to where it says color range. Select color range, super easy. I can just click right here on my image, and then I can bring my fuzziness up to select more or less, and you're going to see a little preview right down here. So you want as much fuzziness as possible without really selecting like things from your photo. There we go. Something like that looks pretty good. And we're going to hit OK. So I'm selecting this orange color. Now, what I want to do is we're going to go ahead and hit G for the gradient tool. I want to go ahead. We're going to choose a foreground. There we go. I can choose my colors right here if I want to. There we go. Just double click right there and choose on my colors. So it's going to fill with our foreground color. And in this case, it's just going to go to white. So I'm going to click here and drag down. That looks pretty good. And then if I want to change, we're just going to zoom out. If I want to change this color, just double click right there. I can use my eyedropper tool. This is like a really big tip when you're using this gradient tool. Go ahead and grab that eyedropper tool. And then I just want like kind of a similar color. Like I don't want to go crazy, right? Like, and I don't want to have to like choose it. I mean, of course you can choose it right here from your gradient color picker and things like that. But oftentimes with gradients, especially for illustration, things like that, I find it much nicer to do like subtle gradients. So I like to do this. Just grab the eyedropper tool, boom, eyedrop that color, and then I'm just going to adjust the hue ever so slightly and hit OK. And there we go. That's in the background. So we're going to do this a few more times. Let's go up here to, I want to select this purple color. So I'm going to click right here on my background again. We'll go to select. We're going to go down to color range. There we go. And let's click on this purple color. And you can see my selection looks pretty good. There we go. Now our basics again, we're going to choose, this is going to be our foreground color to white. This would be foreground to background, and this would be just black to white. Of course, you have all these really nice gradients built in to Photoshop, but I find this is just a really good way to start because it actually loads your foreground color, which will automatically be selected when you go to select color range. So we're going to try this one again. And then we're just going to go with a linear gradient, and I'm going to go top, down. Looks pretty good. Okay, and then of course here, you can just double click here, go to your gradient editor, or let's just hit cancel. Because you have these new control handles, you can just double click right here on the color and it's going to go right to your color picker. There we go. You can even color picker directly from your color palette if you like don't want to click on your image. There we go. And we're just going to bring that. There we go. And that's pretty nice there. All right. Looking really good. And then we're just going to keep going with this. So let's go to select color range one more time. And by the way, this is like, I'm sure this was a vector illustration to begin with, but by the time I got it, it's just a JPEG at this point. So I'm able to add this information with select color range because I'm just using a flattened image. But if you have this as layers, of course, you can use this new gradient tool, use clipping masks and apply them to your different layers as well. So that looks pretty good. There we go. Let's go our gradient. This time I'm just going to go with, we're just going to go down to our greens. There we go. And I'm just going to choose a gradient that kind of comes with Photoshop just to kind of like show you the ability here to add new types of gradients. All right, we're going to go with that. And we're going to kind of click and drag out there. That's kind of cool, right? We have this color kind of bringing out. And again, if you don't like any of these colors, you can just simply double click there. Maybe you want to make it a little bit darker and hit OK. That's looking really, really good. And then the last thing I want to do is her hair. So with this one, we're going to use a reflected gradient. So let's do one more time. We're select down to color range once more. We're going to select the color range of our hair. Okay, this time we're going to use a reflected gradient, and I want to choose, we're going to go all the way up here to foreground to white. There we go. And then click in the middle and drag out there. Okay, and then this time we're not going to choose that white color necessarily. Let's drop our foreground color. And then we can grab, there we go. I'm just going to make this like a little bit lighter, and maybe we make it like more of a brownish color. There we go. All right, maybe a little bit more saturated and a little bit more of brownish color. I can't really see what I'm doing here. Let's bring that over to the side. That's pretty cool there. All right, nice brownish color, and hit OK. So this reflected gradient, this is going to be the main color in the center, and it's going to kind of reflect outwards. You could do this top to bottom, of course, if you wanted to do like that. But I think this is looking really, really nice. All right, pretty cool. Now here at the end, if I want to, I can just change any of these settings. Like if I don't necessarily like this color that I chose to begin with, this is super, super easy for me to change at any point in time. Maybe we want to bring it more to a blue color to kind of like match that cup. Very, very cool. So I can just take all these gradient fills. We're going to group them all together. Here's our before. You can see really nice graphic. Here's our after. And of course, I can go in here and change these at any point in time, simply by clicking on the gradient and bring this in or out, or each individual color point. So the gradient tool just kind of like adds a ton of new functionality to the classic gradient tool that was already in Photoshop. Now we can go in there and adjust our control handles and the colors at any point in time. Thanks so much for watching. As you can see, this new gradient tool is a huge improvement over the last version. And of course, we have our classic gradient still available if you want to use it. I've talked with the Photoshop team. They are interested in updating some of the traditional tools that have been in Photoshop for a long time. So let us know in the comments right down below what you would like to see. If you have any ideas on how to improve any of the classic tools that are available in Photoshop. Thanks so much for watching. I'll learn you later. Bye, everyone.